Hi Rocco, I'm going to talk you through the latest changes I've done to the website. These are going to be concerning mainly the members section, so I'm going to go straight there in a second. Just to let you know, I'm running on the latest version of Firefox, I think it's 3.6, so things definitely work on this browser and will work on Internet Explorer 8, mainly on 7 as well. Google Chrome has some minor bugs, but for the most part modern browsers will work. I'll need to do some tweaking for older browsers. Yeah, and this is the live version, so it's the one you should see. Hopefully everything works as on my local version. Right, I'm going to go straight to members section. And nothing's changed so far, but I'm going to go on to profile. I'll use your one since it has more information up than any other one. And here it is. So on the face of it, not much has changed. I've reserved the section for quick facts in case we choose to use that in the future. I've also reserved the side panel, and initially it appears that the main section hasn't changed. If you look closer, you'll see that instead of having all the information condensed in one column, it's tabbed. So we've got personal details, contact details, physical attributes, sizes, languages and accents, license qualifications and memberships, and skills is missing given that you haven't put any information in. These tabs dynamically appear on demand. When we go into my profile afterwards, we'll see that I have less tabs because I have less information up. Right, you might be frustrated at this point seeing that again the organization of information is not exactly as on the latest document we made. This is sort of because as I'm writing code, sometimes things just seem to work better in one way or another. So, you know, we'll tweak this as we go along. But for now, just go along with me, because the important thing is that a lot of the backend is now in place, which handles the data. It's always kind of hard for me to let you know exactly what stuff's important to get right and what stuff isn't. At the moment, everything's fixable in terms of database that we may need to change, including perhaps renaming personal details, whether personal details replaces quick facts up here, whatever. I'm rambling on, sorry. Anyway, so another thing that you'll see is I've kept the pagination divide here where profile, upload, CV and links is. Point of this is that whilst at the moment everything's really on one page, in the future it might be nice to be able to have additional pages for specific stuff, especially upload CV, in case we do decide that to allow the user to upload multiple CVs. This will be useful, especially if we have somebody posing both as a director and as an actor. Obviously at the moment everybody's assumed to be an actor. So it might be a nice page to have some settings on it, etc. Links again might have some settings page on it. I need to think about that. If worse comes to worse, I mean, it's a case of deleting this line, making this section appear in the side panel and saying bye-bye to quick facts. But for now I'm keeping that, just to keep the doors open. Right, one thing to keep in mind, the tabs here are generated locally. That's to say the actual browser creates this code, not the server. And this is done with JavaScript. Now the good thing about this is obviously, as you can see, it's really quick to switch between tabs. I don't have to download the information. On an older browser or a browser without JavaScript enabled, this will not work. However, the script the server is clever enough to send the information in such a way that it will work in a slightly more traditional way. Were JavaScript not to be enabled. This is what I'm going to demonstrate now. So I'm going to go to Tools, Options. I'm going to disable JavaScript. I'm going to OK that. And if I reload the page, yep. As you can see, I have a much more boring layout with each category one on top of the other. Not very practical to read, but it means that if somebody has an ancient browser, which they shouldn't because they're bound to get hacked, they'll at least be able to see our website, albeit an inferior experience. Right, I'm going to turn JavaScript on again. Whoops. I'm going to log on, if I can remember my username and password. Right, I'm going to go to my profile. Let's see some changes. So as you can see, at the moment in my profile, because it's me, the server is detecting it's me, it's added a second pagination divide, which I haven't decided on yet, but I'm guessing it's probably better to integrate it with the first pagination divide. Sort of scratching my head because it is kind of a subsection of profile, but then again, at the moment we're probably not going to have any more tabs on the pagination. Anyway, either way, as you can see, I've only got one tab per section because I haven't added any more information. But if I now go to Edit Profile, and contact details, that on my local server was already agent details anyway. Right, okay, well I'll fix that afterwards. But anyway, let's add some information to contact details, something easy. Let's add a fake email at server at me.com, whatever. Everybody can see it, and for now let's save changes. I'm going to go back to profile or public. I can click on either of them, and as you can see, contact details tab has been added, and I can now flip through them and see my email. Again, you may not be quite happy how privacy is being treated, but it's sort of a 5-minute tweak. And sometimes when you're doing large amounts of code where things have to be processed in batch, I sort of initially try and streamline everything and have everything treated the same, which is sometimes why I don't fully follow your specification. But when stuff's important, you know, we can add exceptions, and it's just a case of speeding up workflow. Right, I think that should be everything. Hopefully this video hasn't been too long, otherwise I'll record another one. And enjoy.